On Sunday the 28th, I reported about another incident where a man involved in an interaction with police had entered the Thames, and subsequently died, similar to Oladeji Omishaw. In fact, last week we mentioned how the Oladeji Omishaw incident still hasn't seen any investigation into the officers that were involved. I will link to that report in the description and up here. Well, since Sunday, news has now come out of the man's name and some further information regarding the latest incident on the Kingston Bridge. 23-year-old Liam Allan, a labourer, is the name of the man who died after police tried to arrest him following an argument with his girlfriend. Liam is said to have been on a night out with his partner Caitlin and brother Ethan Adami Clack on Friday night. From the previous reports, he is said to have been having an argument with his girlfriend when a passerby flagged police down. In the pursuing moments, an allegation of theft was said to have been made before Liam entered the water. I'm sorry, I hate using that term, entered the water, but as yet we don't know if he fell, jumped, got pushed, slipped, or even if he went down the embankment and waded out into the water, so I have to use that term, but I fucking hate it. Either way, Liam's father has now slammed the actions of the Metropolitan Police, or rather inactions of the Metropolitan Police, as he accused them of simply watching Liam die, claiming the water was only waist deep. Liam's girlfriend, Caitlin, is said to have tried to chase after Liam as she saw him swimming away, but police alleged to have stopped her from going any further. 2 hours later, Liam's body was pulled from the Thames and he was declared dead. Of course, the Metropolitan Police's response to everything is that they cannot comment due to an ongoing investigation. Liam's dad, Jamie Allan, said that he went back to the location of his son's death shortly after and claims that he walked out into the water to see just how deep it was and said it was only waist deep until he reached the middle when it went up no deeper than his neck, and he has questioned why police didn't jump in. Mr. Allan said, Liam was out with his brother and his girlfriend in Kingston having a few drinks. At some point, him and his girlfriend got into an argument on the top of the bridge. Police were flagged down. One of the police was talking to his girlfriend. One took him to speak to him and took him down the steps towards the riverside. As they were talking to him, Liam got closer and closer to the riverbank. As it came through on the radio that Liam was to be arrested, I heard Liam ended up in the river. I don't know how yet, but he ended up in the river as they went to arrest him. And the policemen didn't do anything. They basically watched him. I actually went into the river the other night where he jumped in, got in myself, and it came up to my waist. It's not deep. The policeman could have gone straight after and got him, and might have got a wet bottom. I went out quite far before I got a wet neck. Another thing I found out, his girlfriend jumped in to get him. They got her out, but they didn't get him out. They said to her, don't worry, we can see him, he'll be all right. I just want to know what's happened. He added, police came around the night it happened. They told us they didn't even know if he was alive, but they were just giving us false hope because they had already told his mother that he was dead. They said Liam was calm the whole way through, didn't raise his voice at all, he was calm. But they didn't give us a clear depiction of what happened. They just said he slid down into the water. Why did the police even take him down to the riverbank? It was an alleged theft, but his girlfriend was always ringing the police over him for something. And it wasn't a theft. They were out together. What would he have taken? Now, Mr. Allan seems to know exactly how the police work, as he said he is waiting for the IOPC investigation to finish, but fears that evidence will go missing. He said, I've got a feeling in the back that this body cam footage is going to be part deleted or redacted or something. The IOPC said it has begun the process of gathering and reviewing evidence, including footage of the interaction between the officers and Mr. Allan. Now, it does seem completely absurd that the police would lead the lad down some steps to the riverbank if that did in fact happen. Also, all along the Thames are red life rings to be used, or lifesavers, if you want to call them that, to be used when somebody enters the water, but apparently the police didn't even use those. It's another incredibly sad story and another nail in the Met's proverbial coffin. I hope the family do find some answers and that the Met don't hold anything back. I certainly don't think there could be anything worse than losing somebody and knowing there's information about what actually happened, but you're not allowed it, and you have to fight and live with the not knowing for the rest of your life.